what are your biggest regrets as like things you would have done differently? I mean, obviously you're very successful, but I'm sure there must be things that.
Boy, it's always hard. It's always a tough question. For me, it's about the customers that got away, or design decisions, or like, geez, I wish we'd have done this a little bit taller, a little bit shorter. But they're all small tweaks, and there's a series of them. But there's no like one I'll never do that again kind of thing. We've been having a pretty good time.
That's good. Okay, and then and what do you think in terms of if you were giving advice, people watching who are, let's say, the first-time entrepreneur starting a company, everything from ideas, places to like sectors to start companies in, to other kinds of advice. Like, what would be sort of your top advice?
It's almost cliche, but you hear people say, pick a big problem, pick a hard problem, and work on that. And I think we were lucky at Kiva. We stumbled into a really hard problem, pick, pack, and ship. It turns out to be a ginormous problem, especially with all of the retail that's moving to the web. We've got 30-some warehouses of Kiva gear out there in the world, but by our projections, there's another 2,000 distribution centers that are going to be outfitted over the next 3 to 5 years for e-commerce, and we're in 35. So there's this huge problem. There's massive infrastructure change taking place to support retail as it moves to the web. So for entrepreneurs, I'm always saying, solve a big problem, and take a big swing. When I told the early VCs that I wanted to build hundreds of mobile robots, you get a lot of funny looks, and I was told no at least 100 times.
Yeah.
And you just have to persist in going after that problem that you believe in.
Yeah, and also because as you've been doing it 9 years, like if you don't love the problem you're solving,
right? Like do something. Yeah, find something you like working on, because you're going to be doing it 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
And make sure it's something that you're kind of passionate about. Don't do it just because you have to do it.
Yeah.
And follow your intuition. I think at certain times during the evolution of Kiva, you have an intuition about how something should be or who should be, and somebody talks you out of that decision, and then later you're like, you know what? My intuition. I should have stuck with my intuition, and that's something that's really hard to do. But if you have an intuition about something, there's a reason for that, and you should follow your intuition.
Interesting. Well, great. Well, I think we're out of time, but congratulations on all your success.
Thanks. I appreciate the opportunity to talk with you.
All right, thanks.